Dear students, welcome to this session. In this session of the lab programming, we will look into the lab program number 9. First, we will understand the problem statement, what needs to be done. So, in this program, I will read the problem statement. Develop a program to compute sine of x using the Taylor series approximation. Compare your result with the built-in library function. Print both the results with appropriate message. So the first thing that we are going to do in this program is we are going to compute sine of angle x. So we are going to find the sine value of a particular angle x. So already you know sine of 30 degree, sine of 0 degree, sine of 90 degree. So similarly sine of any value, x is what? Any value. X can be it is the user given value, it will be given in degrees, it can be any value, and we are going to compute means calculate the sine of that particular angle using the Taylor series approximation. And what is Taylor series approximation? The Taylor series approximation is the formula here. So this is Taylor's series approximation. So in this case you can see sine of x. So sine of any value, x is like any value whatever the user given, it can be 30 degree, 35 degree, 36 degree, any value, that angle, sine of x, x will be represented in radians. So that is the when we are using the Taylor series approximation, sine of the angle x, x is being in the radians, this value can be calculated using the Taylor series, which is given by x minus 1 divided by 3 factorial into x cube, or it can be said x cube minus x cube divided by 3 factorial. You can see that it's the same formula, just I have highlighted the alternate terms. These are called each is a term, so these are the terms. So x minus 1 divided by 3 factorial x cube plus 1 divided by 5 factorial x raised to 5 minus 1 divided by 7 factorial x raised to 7, and so on, and it is an infinite series. So there is no end for the this particular series. When we are calculating any value of sine value, so this is the series. So you can see this is how it is written, and it is a continuous. So what would be the next term here? Minus 1 divided by 11 factorial x raised to 11. After that we get plus 1 divided by 13 factorial x raised to 13, and so on. So this series will keep on going, and it is a infinite series. Infinite series means there is no end for this series. So how do we end the calculation? So how we end the calculation? We end the calculation of the sine series using certain accuracy level. So we will set accuracy. Let's say our answer is accurate to a certain extent. Let's say 0.001. So if my answer is correct to the fourth position after the decimal, then I will stop. So I will use this accuracy criteria to stop the calculation. So this is how we calculate. So you keep on putting the x value here, and we can calculate, and we take only those terms. So each of these are called as a terms. We will use only those many terms where my accuracy satisfies, means the accuracy of calculation, let's say it is accurate, whatever the value we are going to calculate with this formula is accurate up to the fourth position after the decimal point, we will stop it. So that is develop a program to calculate or compute sine of x using the Taylor series approximation. And I told you we are going to calculate to a accurate level of certain, let's say we took the example 0.0001. How do we decide it is accurate? How do we compare that? We compare the result with a built-in library function. What is a built-in library function? Already C program has a library, math library, which already has sine of x. So it is very similar to your calculator, scientific calculator. You want to calculate the sine of an angle, you just enter that number and you say sine, the calculator will calculate the value. Similar to that, in the C programming there is a math.h library. This is a math library. It has all the mathematical functions as a built-in function. So using that built-in function, we can directly call that built-in function and we can get the answer. We are going to compare whatever we calculated with the built-in value. Print both the results with the appropriate messages. So this is our problem statement. Now our task is what? Using the programming, we have to build this sine series. Here what is the input? Input is very clear. We want to read the angle from the user. What I want to calculate sine of x. X is going to be given by the user, and then I will do this computation which is on the right hand side. So if you see here, each of these are terms. So this is first term, second term, third term, fourth term, so on. If you see here, there's a definite pattern here. And what is the pattern here? You can see this, you can say this is x raised to, the first term is x raised to 1 divided by, I can say 1 factorial. So what is 1 factorial? 1 factorial is 1. So x raised to 1 divided by 1 factorial minus 1 divided by 3 factorial x raised to 3 plus 1 divided by 5 factorial x raised to 5 minus 1 divided by 7 factorial x raised to 7. So for the first one you can assume as x raised to 1 divided by 1 factorial. So you can clearly, you can see the, what is the pattern? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So it is all odd numbers, right? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. All are the power of the x is, it will, as we go to the next term, it will increase to the next odd number. So from 3 it will become 5, from 5 it will become 7, and so on. And also denominator, you can see this is x raised to 1 divided by 1 factorial. First we will have 1 factorial, 3, 5, 7, 9. So even the denominator is a odd number factorial, right? So we got the x to the power all odd numbers, and denominator, the factorial is a odd number factorial. Is that the end of the pattern? No. Another pattern what we are see is, if we get the first one as the plus term, next is the minus term, plus term, minus term, plus term, minus term. So we see three things. One is the x power will increase by the order of the odd number 1, 3, 5, 7, and the denominator factorial will increase by the odd number 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 factorial, so on. And similarly the sign will alternate, plus minus, plus minus. This is the pattern. So we are going to implement using the do loop whatever is on the right hand side. So we'll go back to the program and we'll understand. Hash include stdio.h. So we are going to include the standard input output header file, and also we want to use the built-in function. So we are not going to use the calculate, just for the comparison purpose. We need to have the math library where we are going to use the sine function. Now we have integer n. So n is used for the counting purpose. If you have seen the exponential, the power x to the power, it goes by the odd number. To have this count of these odd numbers, and also the denominator, we use one integer. and for float we are going to use couple of variables. Accuracy, what is the accuracy? I told you we are going to calculate the sine series up to certain accuracy. Term, what is the term? Each of these are called as a term. Okay, these are term. Every addition or subtraction here is a term. For that I have a value, a variable. A denominator, I will use the one variable, name is denominator, equated to 1. X is the degree given by the angle. This is the angle given by the user. X1, I want to make a copy of this, so I will store it in X1. And this is TS underscore sin X is time Taylor series underscore sin X value, means TS underscore sin X is the Taylor series approximate value of the sin X. So we are going to store that value in this variable. Now first we will read the angle from the user, enter the value of X in degrees, scanf %f ampersand X. So X, let's say we give it as 30 degree. Okay, so we will start that. We can say